am Caroline Norton, and yes, you heard me correctly. Today, right now, this very video that you are watching is our last Wednesdays with Will together for this year's summer 2020 season. I know. I'm heartbroken. I'm really gonna miss hanging out with you guys every week. Wednesdays with Will has been so much fun, for me at least, and I hope it has been for you as well. And in honor of our awesome No Bummer Summer Wednesdays with Will program, today what we're gonna do is we're gonna recap everything that we have learned so far in this experience. Now, we can't just sit here and talk about everything that we've learned so far this summer. It's gotta be fun, right? So, I have set a challenge for myself. I am going to try and go over everything that I remember talking and learning about this summer in 3 minutes. And I challenge you to try the same, okay? So I'm gonna start. Do I have my timer ready? Okay, here we go. William Shakespeare was an actor, playwright, and a poet who lived over 450 years ago. He was married to a woman named Anne Hathaway, not to be confused with the actress Anne Hathaway, and he had 3 kids, Susanna, and then twins, Judas and Hamnet. And Hamnet died when he was a kid. Really, really sad. But Shakespeare moved from Stratford-upon-Avon, where he was born, to London, England, where he worked at the Globe Theatre with a bunch of friends in the King's Men, also known as the Lord Chamberlain's Men, which was the acting company that performed all the plays that he wrote. Now, speaking of all of the things that he wrote, first off, he wrote sonnets, which were a type of poem, and that poem used iambic pentameter, which sounds like this, ba-bum, 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 also known as a heartbeat. Basically, it has 5 sets of iambs, which are two sets of beats, ba-bum, one stressed and one unstressed syllable. Great. Then, Shakespeare also wrote plays. He wrote 3 main types of plays: comedies, tragedies, and histories. And all 3 are very different, but also kind of the same. It's a little wonky. In those plays, they feature a bunch of different types of speeches. You've got soliloquies, you've got monologues, and you have the difference between prose and verse. Prose is everyday talk, like how I'm talking right now, except for probably a little bit slower. And then verse is poetry. It is that iambic pentameter that we mentioned before, lest you forget. And also in his plays, he featured a lot of different types of characters and circumstances. His plays featured what's called heightened circumstances, and that basically means that the stakes are really high for everything, and to convey that, he used messenger characters. Also in his plays, specifically the history ones, we talk about big, long lines of families, and then we made our family trees. Do you remember our family trees? Super dope. And we tried to explain lineages that appear in all of Shakespeare's plays. Also, Shakespeare's plays feature disguises. People pretending to be something they're not. Men being women, women being men, people pretending to be other people. It's crazy. There's also... we talked about a story inspiration, the inspiration behind all of Shakespeare's stories, and how he took stories from other people, like how he took the main plot for the Comedy of Errors from Seneca's play, The Brothers Monachmus. Also, you can adapt your own Shakespeare play. You can take his words and make your own. You can shorten it, you can lengthen it, you can set it in the 70s or on the moon. Who cares? You can do whatever you want with Shakespeare because it's in the public domain, because copyright laws didn't exist back then. We learned how to act outside, and you gotta protect your voice. We also learned about publishing, and we had quartos and folios, and remember we made a zine. Also, the conventions of Elizabethan theater. There are so many different ones, like stock characters and blah, blah, blah. We learned about the plague and how it affected Shakespeare's writing and how it's kind of similar to how we're living right now. We made recipes, Shakespearean recipes. We learned stage combat, and we learned how to camp inside in our own tent. What's my time? 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Woo! That is everything that we learned in Wednesdays with Will in 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Do you think you can beat my time? Bet. My challenge for you today, for this very last Wednesdays with Will, is to see how quickly you can talk about every single thing that you remember learning this summer with me on our Wednesdays with Will program. Don't forget to send it to us at always at info@summitplayerstheater.com. We would love to see how fast you can talk and everything that you remember from this awesome No Bummer Summer. Now I know that it's really sad that Wednesdays with Will is ending, and now our No Bummer Summer digital Shakespeareans is coming to a close, but Just because the summer is over doesn't mean your relationship with Summit Players Theater has to end, because we are active all year round. Did you know that? Did you know that? Well, you know it now because I'm telling you that. You can do a digital workshop, or when it's safe to be in person again and gather in groups, an in-person workshop with the Summit Players. We have seven different types of workshops that you can choose from, and we will come to the location or do a Zoom with you and teach you or your community group, your family, your classrooms and schools. We will teach some Shakespeare with you and grow with you and learn with you. All you have to do is hop on over to our website, stratford-upon-avon, and click on our education tab, and under that tab you will see all the different workshops that we offer. You can figure out which one you think fits best what you're trying to accomplish, and then you can shoot us an email at education@summitplayerstheater.com, and we will get back to you about scheduling a date for some awesome workshops. And don't forget, we still have 3 full-length workshops already on our YouTube page. You can hop over to YouTube and search Summit Players Theater and we will pop up. You can click on our icon and look at all of our videos, and you can find our 3 of our full-length workshops that are already out there totally for free for you to view. We still have some content yet to come for this last week of No Bummer Summer, so be sure you're still keeping touch with us to get all the rest of the content that we have to offer for the summer. And hey, if you get bored, start all the way back over at the beginning and you can watch all of the Wednesdays with Will again. You can check out all of the other videos we did, our awesome music with Mike and costuming with Amelia videos. You can even check out all of our awesome podcasts at Summit Players Podcast. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts, and you can listen to everything that we've got there as well. This summer does not have to end. You can keep watching and listening and streaming our content forever and ever and ever. It is on the internet, which means it will never go away. And with that, I must bid you a heartfelt farewell. It has been lovely spending this summer with you. I know it's a different way of doing things, but we are very hopeful that we will be able to gather in person together next summer for some awesome in-person content. So have a great fall, stay safe, be kind, and I'll see you next summer.